Hey everybody, so it is Tuesday of spring break. I hope everyone is enjoying some time off. I would say enjoying time off at home or on vacation, but I know most of you are at home and have been at home for several weeks. But hopefully, you are enjoying the time away from having to worry about work and getting things turned in. And hopefully, you are enjoying time with your family still and just getting to enjoy spending time with them in this unprecedented time. And for me, it has been kind of nice these last couple days. I actually kind of unplugged from electronics for the last several days, and didn't have to worry about checking email and doing this and that, because I knew you guys were all taking time off as well. So it was kind of nice to kind of get back to a simpler time before all that electronics. And now, of course, today I have a lot of catching up to do, but it was a nice break. So I just wanted to kind of touch base and see how everybody was doing. Um, and let you know that that first video I made, standing on the fence right here and or on the deck fence, and right when they announced that we would no longer have school in person schooling, I just kind of tried to be me. And after reflecting and thinking about what that really means, it means something different to all of us. For some people, they get excited because they no longer have to get up at the crack of dawn and go to school and everything. But I think for most of us, I think it's pretty sad, and it's kind of an eye-opening experience for us. I've told you before that my very first year teaching, 19 years ago, the first month that I was teaching, I had to face walking to a bunch of fourth grade classroom with a bunch of fourth graders a month into my first year with 9/11, and having to navigate through 9/11 and everything that happened that day and the days following. And obviously in the 19 years since then, we've never dealt with anything like what we're dealing with now, as a country, as a world, and your parents would agree that there's, they've never dealt with anything like this in their lifetime. It's very unprecedented. And, it's history. It's one of those things that your kids, when you eventually have kids and they're taking, they're in fourth grade and they're studying history, this will be in the history books. So, I encourage all of you to write stuff down, make videos, journal, keep track of what's going on in daily life, because you are living history right now. Now, we all know, as we've studied all year long, history is not always positive, happy, touchy feely, happy things. A lot of history is marred with horrible things, whether it's war, whether it's disease, like what we're dealing with now. But it is history, and it will be in the history books, and you right now are living it. And you will be able to sit back and tell your kids, I remember when I was in fourth grade and this happened, and you'll be able to give a first hand account. So, I would encourage you, write about it in a journal, or take down notes, or make a Google document, or a Google Slides, or videos, something like that, so that you can help remember this time. Because again, as horrific as it is part of history. And like I've told you since day one, you guys are now at this point where you are old enough to be able to handle some of the darker parts in history, and some of the details that a year ago you weren't mentally mature enough to handle. But you're getting to that point where we no longer need to hide things from you, because this is real life and you guys are dealing with it now. So going back to the school thing, I have very, very sad emotions when it comes to that. And me, I don't talk about all of this stuff. That's not my job. It's Mrs. Yoder's job, you know. But I do want to let you guys all know that it is a sad time. There are tons of things that we had planned on doing. Obviously, we were in the middle of our economics unit, we would eventually have had buy and sell day, and that's always a great day to have. All the end of the school year, fourth grade fun activities, and our room, we do things above and beyond. We do things that aren't planned for the whole fourth grade, and things like that. Just because I like to do things that are different. The being able to do a class play this year. We had talked about it all year. That's a sad thing that we won't be able to put on. Me getting on the roof and risking my life and throwing your egg drop projects and your designs off the roof. The project that we were going to do right before all of this happened in school was canceled. Was we were going to do the force and motion project where you guys were going to get into teams and design your project, which we're still may do something at home similar to that, but that's those are all activities that I look forward to on a daily basis, and on a yearly basis. And those are things that I'm sad that you guys won't get to experience firsthand. And I'm going to try and do my best to come up with some activities that we'll be able to do, from home, and things like that. But it's not going to be the same. I'm not going to lie to you. You know me. I've never lied to you. I'm always going to tell you the truth. It's not going to be the same. So it is sad, and we'll make the best of it, and that's all we can do at this point. So I just want you guys to know that it is an unprecedented time, and you just have to bear through it, and like I've always preached all year long, flexibility is the key. All of you are very well prepared for fifth grade. You had learned a ton before school was canceled. And when again, I don't say canceled, I mean it was in person was canceled, and so you will be fine. You are fully prepared for next year. But again, like I said, it is a sad time, and I do miss things on an everyday basis. I miss things that drive me crazy all the time. Things that you guys know drive me crazy. You guys are familiar with the phrase of me saying, you're killing me. You guys are killing me. I mean, right now I would love to be able to tell you guys that, because I would love to be, that would mean that you guys are actually driving me crazy with things like thinking that you're sneaky, and while I'm teaching or while you're supposed to be doing something, you're on the Chromebook, or you have the Chromebook cracked this much, thinking I don't realize that you're doing something on the Chromebook. Or the fact that how many times a day do you tell me you forgot this or you forgot that, and you left your jacket outside at recess, and of course the bell rang and we're lining up for buses, and we have to figure out how to get your jacket that's somewhere outside. Or how many times I'm yelling down the hallway, whose lunchbox is this, because there's 7 lunchboxes still in the lunch basket, and the bus line is already leaving. Or all of those things, or looking around the room and just giving you that look like, what are you thinking? Those are all things that used to drive me crazy. But in retrospect, now that those things are taken away, you think about, I kind of wish those were still driving me crazy. And if you think about that, I'm sure you guys can all come up with things that drove you crazy about me, but now you kind of wish that I was there to yell at you for whatever it was that that happened. So it's one of those sad times, but I would encourage you, like I always encourage you, keep up with the news, keep up with what's going on in the world. It is a sad time, and it is bad news, but it's not all bad. You look at all the stories of all the brave people that are out there that are doing things to help other people. Take away from the bad, you have to take away the good too. You can't just all concentrate on the bad. So remember the stories of people that are helping each other out, that are innovative, that are creating, that are coming up, that are working so tirelessly 24 hours a day to try and come up with cures or ways to help other people. And whenever horrible things like this happen in history, good things come out of it too. So, I would encourage you to always keep that in mind. And remember what I've always said, no matter what you're talking about, no matter what you're researching, remember, don't always get your information from one source. In order to make sure that things are accurate, you're going to want to see multiple sources of information. And that way you can get the most accurate picture. You may turn on one station and it reports this number of cases, turn on another station, it reports this number of cases, and it's slightly different. You might go online and it's got a third number. And then you have to remember and you have to look deeper. Why is that? Why are they slightly different? And then you start to look and you say, well, okay, well, this channel is going by the update that happened 3 hours ago. This channel is more of a live running count number and things like that. So, make sure that you figure things out and find information from multiple sources. That way it is as reliable as possible. So just to keep doing things around the house, helping out your parents, making life easier for them. This is not easy on your parents as well. This is a very difficult time for everyone. I know that sometimes you think it's the end of the world that you can't see your friends and play with your friends and go do this and go do that. But you also have to keep in mind the bigger picture in life. All the people that are out there that are working. Some of your parents may be the ones that have to go out and go to work every day, no matter what their job is. And it doesn't matter whether they work in a hospital or whether they work in a business. If it's something they have to do, every day they risk going out. Just going out is a risk. So you have to keep that in mind, that as big as your problems may be, or as big as my problems may be, there are always bigger problems. I know a couple of you emailed and asked about my surgery, because I was supposed to have that actually today. As of now, I probably should be just finishing it, because it was supposed to be, like I said, today. We did postpone it and put it off. So it is now rescheduled for the end of July 20th. So, hopefully the world will be somewhat back to normal by then. They didn't cancel, the Cleveland Clinic didn't cancel it. We did, because, just traveling, obviously staying in a hotel, lack of food, you're in a hotel and restaurants, plus just the risk. And you all know, with my wife being as sick as she is, her neurologist up at the Cleveland Clinic said, don't leave the house, just because, she is about the most susceptible, meaning she's the most, at most risk out of just about anyone in the, world to get it, because she has no immune system, and all of her other previous diseases or prior diseases and pre-existing conditions make it worse. So, we made that decision to kind of put it off, and just to be safe. And so, me, I can't go and exercise, I can't go running, and I take my medicine and everything like that. So I should be good. So nobody, you don't need to worry about me. You know me. I'm good to go. But so that's that update. After next week, so Monday you will have off. You will have work on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday will be off. So that will be the schedule the next 3 weeks through April. So Monday, Friday, you're off. You work on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's for 3 weeks. And then the school district hasn't announced what the plans for May are yet. But, I'm sure that will come out at some point in the near future. We will try some new things. Just be patient. It's not the end of the world. If you can't get something to upload, it's not the end of the world. We'll figure it out. I would like to do a project or two where you might have to take a video and then post it ideally you post it in Google Classroom. You can upload a video. There's a way you can do that. For me, the way I've been doing things is I will just, video things on my phone, and I have the Google Classroom app, and you can just upload it that way. So we'll experiment with some things. Some things will work, some things won't work. Just like every day, it was every day before all of this. And this is one of those things where we try things, and if they work, great. If they don't work, then we adjust moving forward. So I hope everyone is staying healthy. Follow all those rules. I know they stink, and I know it's not as much fun, especially for you guys that want to be all over the place every day, all the time. But at the same time, the better we follow some of these rules, the quicker that hopefully this will be over. And wash your hands a lot. Don't touch your face. I know that's hard. I do it all the time. Stay home. Don't drive your parents too crazy. Cut them some slack. And like I said, help around the house. Offer to help around the house. Don't wait to be asked to do something. If you see a plate in the living room, take it to the kitchen. If you know the dishwasher needs to be emptied, empty the dishwasher. Throw the clothes from the washer into the dryer. Do things around the house to help out. And when you do things on your own without having to be asked, it means a lot more to people like your parents than when they have to ask you and nag at you to do it. So, be helpful. Next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll have some work. I'll be posting some videos, probably, explaining some things, trying to teach you guys some things, taking a little bit different of an approach. We will get together. We'll have some online stuff where we can get together and chat. We'll set up some times for that. But again, in the meantime, just kind of relax, enjoy life, enjoy the fact that you're at home, enjoy your parents, enjoy your family. Don't drive them crazy. Help them out. Okay? In the meantime, stay safe and have a good rest of the week, and we will talk soon. We'll see you later. Bye.